Magic Mike in the mix. You're tuned to the Magic Show Deluxe.
Yeah.
You know what, man? We always give you the top artists that are coming out, that are breaking, that are actually doing things. We got a local artist here from Ottawa, Canada. He goes by the name of YardboyK. What's going on, my G?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm good, man. How about you? Thank you for having me, first of all. Appreciate
Uh,
it.
oh man, thank you for coming on, man. Now you're from Ottawa here, okay? I'm gonna start to get some
Yes,
Ottawa
sir.
artists again because you know me, I'm international, I'm worldwide, okay?
Okay,
So
okay.
you're in Ottawa. Well, you're in Chelsea right now. Tell
Right
us
now,
how
but Ottawa's home. Ottawa's home.
Ottawa's home, right? Tell us how right now you're in the Ottawa movement of hip hop, okay? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? How did you get into it? Because I want you to speak to the people. I'm not going to say nothing.
Sure,
Introduce
for
yourself
sure.
to the world.
Yeah, man. For those who don't know me, I go by Yardboy K. Born in Mississauga, but Ottawa raised. Ottawa's always gonna be home, you know. Started getting into hip hop like my dad showed me like all like the '90s classics, so like Tribe, like Public Enemy, De La Soul, that type of stuff. So that's what I came up listening to. And then I would just freestyle in the car with him, like on the ride to practice and thing. Then I started freestyling on the bus with the homies. Homies told me, yo, you're nice. Da, 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 you should put some stuff together. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Hop on SoundCloud. Start writing up tracks from there. So then I'm putting out tracks just like for my homies to listen to, SoundCloud links, stuff like that. That 2018, I want to say I shot my first video with my brother actually. So me and him shot our first video together, and that's how I kind of like really got into music. But then yeah, it just kept going. So yeah, I did a couple shows. I did Rhythm Culture Fest. That was my first like big stage show type thing. Yeah, man, keep doing it. Still here. Yeah, man, still rocking to this day.
And, you know, you got to credit Drake and Tory Lanez, right? They're a big influence from
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
seeing here. You know what I mean? Now, as far as Canadian hip hop, right?
Mm.
I feel like it's stagnant right now, right? There is some people coming up, they doing their thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
seeing
It's
In Ottawa right now, in our capital of Canada, I think to because I'm a hip hop head, you know what I mean? You know me, man. I'm one of the builders, right? I don't really see it. I don't really see anybody doing anything big. Like if I see somebody doing big, they're on my show. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you're doing big things. You're standing out. You know what I'm
love,
saying?
love, 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 love.
But
I feel
how come it's stagnant right now? And how come when someone comes out trying something traditional hip hop, right? Or
hmm
somebody with
hmm
talent, people are hating, people aren't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody has different to bring something to the city, people aren't
Yeah,
bringing it. But if you sound like the next cat, people are loving you. Why
I
is
feel you. I
it
feel
why is it
you.
like that in Ottawa?
I think that's changing, to be honest with you. I feel like that's like a because I felt that way when I was coming up when I started. There's definitely like a connotation like, oh, the Ottawa rapper or whatever. Niggas weren't really trying to hear that type thing.
But you got these
Um,
so but here's the thing though. People try to play gatekeeper. You can't play gatekeeper now. You know what I'm saying?
nah, nah, nah. But that's what I'm saying.
Someone's got a cell phone now. They can do their thing. Yes, there's new talent coming out of Ottawa. Anytime, you know
hmm
me, folks. You know me, right? Anytime I have somebody on my shows, they always sound like, yo, this artist is from Ottawa. Damn. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
for
to
sure.
say, right? You got these so-called gatekeepers that don't want certain artists to come up or to be seen. You know what I'm saying? It's always the same. You know, they're always showing the same type of artists, and the gatekeepers,
Yeah, I do feel that.
they don't want nobody better than them, right? That's what I'm seeing. You know what
I
I
do
mean?
feel like that, but I also feel like it's about community, right? And I feel like that's what we're building in the city right now. That's special and different than anything I've seen before in Ottawa. Because like it's like an event.
Tell me.
It's like an Avengers thing, right? So like if we all have our individual niches, because everybody can do their own thing with their phone, right? But I only go so far. You need community to really build it, right? So if we all have our individual niches and come together and then bring all of that community together, it's bound to build a network of people who are down to support what you actually want. Because you can't go out and try to reach people who aren't trying to tap in with what you have going on in the first place. Like if somebody wants to focus on negativity, that's all they're gonna focus on. So you can't worry about getting those people to tap in with what you have going on. You know what I mean? So it's all about building with the people who support you in the first place and are like-minded and are trying to build on the same thing. You know, I feel like that's what we're trying to do right now, and that's why I'm investing so much time and energy into the city right now. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when we look back
At the end of the day,
at
we both love Ottawa, right?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's been a part of history when you look back on it.
Whatever you've done, whatever I've done, whatever you know these real artists have done and contributors to hip hop, we always
Mhm.
big up Ottawa. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, of
Yeah, I
course.
mean, I remember when I was, you know, streaming here in Ottawa, okay? This is back in 2010, and I was streaming off a station in Kentucky, right? I've
Mm.
always bigged up Ottawa. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't know where Ottawa was. You know what I'm saying? But we
1000%.
always want our city to shine properly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We always want it to shine
Got to.
properly. You know, what I mean, you're younger than me, right? So you're probably seeing certain things that I'm not seeing. I'm seeing certain things that you're not seeing. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, you take your things seriously. You know why I say you take your things seriously?
Mm-hmm.
You're on one of Ottawa's mainstream stations, Hot 89.9. You know what I'm
Man, that
saying?
was crazy. That was
How
crazy.
was
That meant
that
the world to me.
experience? How was that
That meant,
experience?
bro, that meant the world to me. I grew up like in the car with my mom listening to that on the way to practice and thing, you know. So to have my songs on the airways like that, it was crazy, man. It's an amazing feeling.
How many times they play your track?
Twice I did a beautiful vibe with my dog Sweezy. He produced that record, so we did that one first, and then Tequila Girls was the next record that we got on there.
Well, speaking of
Oh,
your
Soft Life,
tracks,
Soft Life. I'm sorry, Soft Life. Soft Life was the next record we got on
speaking of your tracks, okay, we got one of your tracks. It came out, I think, a month ago or something. It's called Sundown. And we got another
there. Yeah,
track, like you just mentioned, Tequila Girls. We're gonna play the videos back to back, and the audio.
love,
We're gonna
love.
play the track back to back too as well. Let's talk about Sundown now, right?
Yes, sir.
We just might get into Sundown. Well, tell us about Sundown. Who produced the track and what inspired and what's it about?
That's my dog JP Sola, big Sola produced that record, man. Crazy, crazy producer, crazy engineer. Been locked in, known him since high school. That's my dog. So big up Sola. But yeah, Sundown was just about like, bro, feeling yourself energy. You know, like sometimes you have to big up yourself. Sometimes you just have to puff out your chest and like feel like me when I step outside at night type thing. You know what I mean? So that's what that record's about. So when sun drop down, the eyes get low, the guys get low.
You want to know something crazy? I know
Mm.
somebody that spent 8 G's on absolutely foolishness. Okay,
All right.
He took a trip to here. You know, when he went down to the states, he spent all of his money and da 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 right. And I'm
Mm.
like, do you have anything to show for it? He goes, it's my life, it's my experience, and I wanted to let go. I never got a chance to let go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Took me a bit to really understand. Like you just said, you know what I mean? You want to treat yourself. You want to whatever you do, if it makes you feel good, makes you feel good. You know, right? We got
It's
no right
about
to say.
it's about treating yourself, but also you're not treating yourself out of just like hedonistic tendencies, you know. It's more so about recognizing that like you need to enjoy the fruits of your labor type thing, you know. We work hard for a reason. It's not just toil and toil and
Whatever,
toil, you know.
yeah, exactly. Whatever makes the person happy, you got no right to say that. Hey,
Mm.
listen, if the person wants to buy all the weed in the world, right, and sit there and smoke in their basement, right, and play video games, he just worked 10 years. If he wants to do that, let him do it, right?
Yeah,
Or
man. I don't do
or
you,
if
do
he
you share
works
all
every
that?
week, if he works every week and wants to spend his money, let him spend his money the way he wants to. You know what I mean? You can't tell somebody to do that. But
Can't tell the next man how to live, bro.
that's right. That's right. So you track sundown. You know what I mean? What do
Mm.
you do? What do you do at sundown here in Ottawa? Like, what do you? Let's say in the summer, a nice
Yeah.
warm summer day in July, right? You
Yes,
have your
sir.
dreads out, big blaze. You sit there,
Yeah,
one a
man.
big head, big
Yeah, yeah,
con in
yeah.
your mouth, right?
Uh-huh.
And the sun is going down right around 8 o'clock, and you still feel
Yes,
the
sir.
heat of the summer. What do you like? You know, how
What
is
am
it
I
for
doing?
you? Is it
I'm
inspiring?
looking.
Does it inspire you to do music? Them settings?
Yeah, 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 for sure. I'm touching the studio for sure. So I'll go House of Ensemble, tap in there, Audio Valley or some shit. Or I'm outside, wherever Ghost is spinning, wherever Spinny's spinning, I'm outside. So, you know, summertime is live in Ottawa. Whoever says it's not is lying.
It's live, man. It's more
Mm.
than live. You know what I mean? Not just music wise, right? I'm talking about live just in general, just being out, smelling the air. I think it's like that for every city or even out in the country. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? When you
thousand
got nice
percent.
weather, you're enjoying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, you
man.
know what, my bro? Let's hear that track, right? Let's hear that track right now, Sundown, right?
Done.
By my man Yardboy K, right here on the National Deluxe Syndicated. Let's go. And
Bet, 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 bet.
when we come back, we're gonna talk about something really, really special. All right, here we go. Brah!
Mm.
TT, take you home and take you way past PG. Spill my tears, peek, you think she's PG. Trying for you hard, my girl, go on easy. Just go on easy. Need me. Stingy with my time, say I move greedy. seat up. She telling me.
And we're back. We're back. You know what I mean? Don't you love that track? I love the visuals. Who directed that video?
That was Jackson Wells. Jackson Wells directed that. He came up with the treatment, had the idea for like the color contrast and everything. So I should let him do his thing with his vision. But yeah, I'm super glad with how it came out. It was a dope video.
Now, let's talk about something, okay? Let's talk about the way we communicate in 2026. Because it is 2026. We're in a different world right now, right? Aren't we? Aren't we in a different
digital
world?
Digital world.
So let's talk about TV, radio versus digital, okay?
Yeah.
Now,
Bet.
you know, you could be a DJ that's on Facebook, okay, that has one listener. You could be on a radio, whatever. As long as the DJ has, you know, his licensing and he does his paperwork with SOCAN, ASCAP, and BMI, you're getting paid. You're getting your streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You see how independent we can get right now? You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell me what to do. You're an independent artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're independent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about Tequila Girls, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, when you go to a spot, you know what I mean? The Tequila Girls always pick you up. Do you always seem to get that attention with your dreads?
Yeah, yeah.
I get
man,
I know what you're talking about, man. Are your parents Jamaican?
is
Are your
it?
parents Jamaican?
My dad's Jamaican. My mom's Trinidadian. So
There you go. But
yeah.
still, you have rastas in both places, right? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah, man. True shit. But yeah,
Let's
man.
talk about Tequila Girls.
Yeah, nah, Tequila Girls was that's my girl, to be honest. Tequila Girl is my girl. But we were in Turks together. We were at Ziza and just wilding, bro. Just too much tequila flowing, and I don't know, I caught a vibe, and that's where that song came from. That was also Sweezy, bro. My dog CEO sent me the beat. And yeah, man, just caught a vibe from there. But yeah, it's one of my favorite records.
Yo, bro, this is such an educational thing. What's your social media? How can they get a hold of you? How can they listen to your music or even, you know, do collabs with you?
Yeah, man. At YardboyK on all platforms. YardboyK on everything. Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you need to find me on there. So tap in.
You know what's crazy? I don't even want to go back on FM radio air. Like if they have a job for me behind the scenes, right, where I'm doing paperwork and editing, I'd rather do, folks, I know. Sounds crazy, right? I'd rather do that, okay? I'd rather do that. I'd rather just be behind the scenes because that's where the money is and that's who makes the moves, not the guy on the radio. The guy on the radio is the slave. No disrespect, okay? If you make it like that, if you don't have a personal life, as an artist too, you be a slave to the microphone. You see this microphone? You be a slave to that as an artist. Am I right or wrong?
Hey, man, we're out here recording all day, bro. We've been up since 6 yesterday recording.
You're
man.
in
So it's one
Chelsea.
of those.
What a beautiful. Can you show us around? You're in Chelsea, Quebec, up in the mountains, not too far from us, okay? We were talking earlier. Oh, my God. It's a nice little fan in the background, eh?
Man, sure,
Oh,
sure,
word.
We're working, bro. Working.
Those of you watching us on video, man, this boy's working hard. Look at that vintage studio. Nice.
Piano thing.
You know what's crazy? You got no carpet up there. That makes the ambience a little better, right?
Yeah, use an open field.
How's the reverb? How's the reverb in there? You don't have to use too much effects on that, eh?
Nothing, just the raw vocals, man.
And how does it sounds dope, eh? When are we gonna hear some new music coming out of that studio? Do you
all
go
year,
the
man.
So the stuff that we're gonna hear right now, Tequila Girls, and we just heard Sundown. Was it all done there at that studio you're at?
No, this is just a little spot we have for the weekend and stuff. All the stuff I record usually at House of Ensemble or Audio Valley in the city.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
let's talk about who do you want to collab with? Who's your dream collabo?
Drake, man, Canadian GOAT. That type is.
I think Drake won that battle. I don't care what anybody says. Just for the fact that the
Family
music he
Matters is
puts
crazy.
out, the music he put out. I don't like how they're going after him right now. I don't like it. Big ups to Drake, man. Keep doing your thing. Who cares what they're saying?
But I'll say it on a like Cardinal official. If I could get that one off, that'd be a crazy one. I'm not gonna lie. So
Cardinal
that
Official.
one
Big
too.
ups to Cardinal. I interviewed
Yeah,
Shaw
man.
Clear so many times, met him. But Cardinal
Yeah, big
Official
up.
is another one. Cardinal Official is another one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah, those
well, let's hear your track, Tequila Girls. Anything you want to say to the people right now, anybody who's trying to get into the industry, and anything you want to say, no, forget about that. Anything you want to say to our local listeners, like all the artists in Ottawa, all the DJs and all, anything that you guys have to do with hip hop or just urban music. You could be a bouncer at a hip hop club. There's no more
man.
hip hop clubs in Ottawa. You know that already.
Right.
Everything's just getting shut down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Yeah,
Anything
man.
you can say for them? I'm
Keep
talking
doing your
real. You
thing.
know me, my G. This whole conversation, you know I've been talking the real. I have
Yeah,
not
man.
lied to you once.
No,
You know
no,
what I
no, no.
mean?
Facts.
But
I'll say
yeah.
keep doing your thing, man. Because like I said before, this is the best I've seen Ottawa look in years, man. And it's because everybody's doing their thing independently and coming together and supporting everybody else type thing. So keep coming out to everybody else's events, keep popping out, keep listening, keep tapping in,
Is that
and
what
keep
you're
doing it.
seeing? Is that what you're seeing? Is that what you're
Man,
seeing?
I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie.
Can I
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
something? You're
seeing, bro.
absolutely right. Because I'm gonna tell you something, right? Y'all are gonna get a surprise, and by the time you hear this from the interview, about a week or so, okay? And I gotta tell you to the young generation, thank you so much. You know, sometimes you do so much work, and you say to yourself, "Who really knows what I've done?" You know what I mean? Except for the old heads. Yo, the young cats, they've been acknowledging us, the real OGs that accept them. I've never talked down on the new
Mhm,
generation. That's not what we're trying to do here, right?
mhm,
The hip hop in Ottawa has always been thriving. You understand, right?
mhm,
For some
mhm.
reason, they keep missing Ottawa. You know what I'm saying? They keep missing Ottawa. You know, you know what
That's
I
what I feel.
mean?
There's
We got mad talent here. As far as like anybody in the
This is
industry,
what I'm
not just
saying.
artists.
There's always been talent here. There's always been talent. There's always been energy. It's just about getting the light on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
what we gotta keep doing.
we're not trying to sound
And
like
like I said,
haters.
no, as I'm saying, the only way to do that is to come together and bridge the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Like I genuinely feel if we all support each other, it's just gonna make everybody else win. Niggas need to stop being stingy and like let's do this thing together.
You know what? I'm definitely gonna have you on Otto's top 10. That's all I could say. Shh. I'm gonna
Love,
have
bro,
you on
love.
Otto's top 10. We're gonna review your shit on Otto's top 10. That's all I
Appreciate
can
that,
tell
man.
you.
Love.
That's all I can tell you, right?
Big up,
And
big up.
if I'm gonna go by the charting too, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
know what I mean? I'm gonna go by the charting, right? I'll find out where you're being played, right? We're gonna do it like that for real, for real.
For
You know what
sure,
I'm
for sure.
saying?
Let's do it. Let's
Do you
do
feel
it.
hip hop's the one last question, right? Since hip hop's not on the charts, okay?
Hmm.
Not hip hop, sorry, rap music, not hip
Okay.
hop. Okay,
Okay.
is it
Yeah.
really dying? Or like, what do you young cats say? Because there's a lot of melody stuff. No one has bars anymore. No one's dropping no
Nah, so
bars.
look, so look, so look, so look. I feel like they hip hop got super gentrified, and you can't expect something to stay for the people if it's gentrified. So it's gonna come to a point where people get tired of it being mainstream, and now I feel like it's just coming back to people who actually love hip hop. So it's not for everybody. I don't think it was ever supposed to be for everybody, but
Hey,
we need to
listen,
keep it alive. You know what I'm saying? So it is on a decline, but I'm okay with that if that means that it's more like kept sacred type thing. You know what I mean?
the '90s is definitely like you know when they try to revamp the '80s in the early
Yeah,
2000s. No, this feel
yeah.
like the '90s. Hip hop or rap music, it's not on the radio as much here in Ottawa, right? A lot. That feels like the
Mm,
90s. The baggy clothes are coming back, right? And like you
mm,
said, people are gonna want substance again, right?
yeah.
Boom. Like look at um there's a lot of artists that were doing trap and drill, right? And I
Mm,
find, the boom bap is coming back, right? Not even just boom bap, just the whole I'm seeing it. There's a new there's how can I say this, man? There's a revamp of the '90s, right? And
yeah,
the
yeah, I
music's
feel
starting
it.
to
I feel
change.
it.
You feel it?
Hmm.
All right,
Yeah, I
we're gonna
feel
play.
it.
We're gonna play your track, Tequila Girls. Thank you so much for coming on. Right? I had to ask your opinion. Like I don't ask my other guests because my guests are worldwide in different places, right? You're from Ottawa, and I ask people in Ottawa because I'm out there. I don't record and tell you, hey, I'm at this bar. I don't record. Most of my life, it's not on. It's not on social media. You know what I'm saying? We
Mm,
don't have our lives on there. But you're right, though, man. The city's starting to turn around, and people are starting to do their thing, right? But you little
yeah, man.
gatekeepers that you think you're gatekeepers because you can't be. You can't shut down these artists. There's a lot of artists I know, I've played, I talked to that are very
Mm, mm.
talented. Yeah, and people get their turns.
No,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? You
Yeah,
know.
man, for sure.
All right. So let's hear your track "Tequila Girls" by my man
Yard boy kid.
right here on the Magic Show Deluxe. All right, one.
Heading the stars and flying through space. I'm out of Miami, we had it stay. My doggy a shooter, you stay on the base. Shaking the room, how I'm making it. Tell all the dogs that I'm flying in late. Out Running the south and I'm high at the gate. TSA stopping me, telling me wait. I got trust issues, I'm flying away. Gas working fine, I'm not trying to brace. Heard some about me, won't cry me in late. Why did my tissues and wine by the grape? I was praying to eat, got a lot on my plate. I get on flights and get high at my leisure. She don't like pills, I don't care for them either. She knows she bad, but I call her a sleeper. I had her tears running through a concealer. She acting up, but that's my little diva. Caught in the rapture, that's where I do Anita. I was selective when they get amnesia, and I heard that pretty girls like tequila. Ayy, classic freak. I'm filling up tanks and draining accounts for you, for real. I say free, ayy, you know how I move, I'm moving around for you, for real. I say free, ayy, she got me down bad for